Good morning students. After completing the exercise 12.2, now today we start here the exercise 12.3, and in 12.3 the first question is given here. As you see here, the question is given this one, and in this question the diagram is here, and in this diagram if you see here QR, PR and QP. So PR length is given 7 centimeter, is not it? Similarly PQ or QP equal to how much given? 24 centimeter. So in this diagram what you have to find out? This shaded portion we have to find out here actually. In this question what you have to do? We have to find out this shaded portion. So now in this case if you see here QR is what? QR is the diameter here. If QR is the diameter, then easily we can separate this circle into two parts. One part is this one, another part is this one. So in this case easily we can find out the area of this semicircle if we know the length of radius, isn't it? So now after that what you have to, after finding the area of circle here, now if we subtract the area of this triangle, then which portion we get? We get this shaded portion, isn't it? So easily we can find out this answer here. So for this what you have to do? First of all we have to find out the radius. So how can we find out the radius here? You see now for this another diagram drawn here. If you see here, now this one is a circle, and if this one is a circle here, AB is what? AB is the diameter here. If AB is a diameter here, then C is what? Any point on the circle, any point we can consider here, here, anywhere we consider this one. So from the end point if we join these two, from the end point if we join these two, then this angle always how much? 90 degree. In class 9 already we get this one. So now in this case the same thing. If you see here, if you forget this shaded portion, so QR is what? The diameter. If QR is the diameter here, so P any point on the circle. So from the end point, this Q and R are the end points. So if we join these two end points here, if we join these two end points, so here this angle is always how much? 90 degree, isn't it? So this angle is 90 degree. If it is 90 degree, then QPR is a right angle triangle. If QPR is a right angle triangle, then which formula we can apply here? We can apply here the Pythagoras theorem. And if we apply the Pythagoras theorem, so easily we get the length of QR here, is not it? So in this way very simply we can find out the length of QR, and the half of QR is what? The radius. So we get the result here. Is it clear? So let's see how can we do this one. So first of all if we consider the triangle, so here this 90 degree description no need to write here because already mentioned here in this diagram. Or if you want, then you have to write like in this way. When we join any point from the end point of a diameter, then this creates always 90 degree, isn't it? So in this case what you have to write here? Let's see. In triangle QPR, angle QPR equals to how much? Angle QPR equals to 90 degree. So triangle QPR and angle QPR equals to how much? 90 degree. If we mention like in this way, then no need to write using here Pythagoras theorem. We can directly write here the Pythagoras theorem is what? QR square. So that's why we have to write this one is QR square equal to, we have to write this one is PR square plus, then this one we have to write PQ or QP square. We have to write like in this way. Is it clear? Okay, now here PR square means what? This one is we have to write 7 square, and QP equal to how much? QP equal to we have to write 24 square. And this one is, if we write this one is 49, and plus we have to write this one is 576. Is it clear? And this one is we have to write here 625. Is it clear? So QR square equal to 625, isn't it? So if QR square equal to 625, so therefore QR equal to how much? Therefore QR equal to 25. So that means the length of QR. So if you see here the length of QR we get here. QR equal to how much we get? 25. That means this length is 25 here. If this length is 25 here, so easily we can find out the length of OQ here. Because QR is what? Diameter, and O is what? The center. So the radius, if this one is the diameter, then radius how can we find out? So therefore simply we can write in this way, radius in bracket we can write OQ, or you can write OR also, your choice. OQ or OR equal how much? Diameter is 25, so radius 25 by 2 centimeter. Is it clear? Radius OQ. Is it clear? So this one QR equal to 25 by 2 is the radius. So we get the radius. If we get the radius, so easily we can find out the area of this semicircle part here. Isn't it? Now next one, from this semicircle, if we subtract this area of triangle, then we get the shaded portion, and which one we have to find out here. Isn't it? For this what you have to do. Now let's see here, since this one is a right angle triangle, if this one is a right angle triangle, so PR we consider as a base and QP we consider as a height. So in this case, which formula we have to apply to find out the area of triangle here? Half into base into height. So if we apply half into base into height, then easily we can find out this answer. Is it clear? So no need to do separately. Directly we find out the area of shaded portion like in this way, and directly we put the value here. Is it clear? So what you have to write here? Area of shaded portion. So finally we have to write this one is area of shaded portion. So we have to write here area of shaded portion. So area of shaded portion equals to what you have to write? Area of semicircle, isn't it? So simply you have to write here area of semicircle. So this one you have to write area of semicircle minus, then the next part is what? Which one? Area of triangle QPR. So we have to write here area of triangle QPR. Is it clear? Okay. So now if we put these two value, then easily we can find out the here answer. The area of semicircle is what? Half into pi r square, isn't it? So that's why what you have to write here, half into pi r square minus, then area, this one is QPR equal to half into base into height. So that's why we have to write here half into base is how much? PR. So base is PR into height is how much? QP. Or if you want, then you write here the radius equal to how much? Radius equal to OQ square also we can write here. So if we want here, then you can write here OQ square, like in this also you can write half of pi r square because semicircle, isn't it? So now after that, if you see here, half pi means what? 22 by 7 into, now OQ value already we find out. What is the value of OQ? OQ equal to 25 by 2. So that means 25 by 2 whole square minus, this one you have to write half into PR. PR equal to how much? 7. So that's how you have to write 7, and QP equal to how much? 24. So that's how you have to write this one. So after calculating this result here from this semicircle, if we subtract this area of triangle, then easily we can find out the answer here. Is it clear? And your task is what here? You have to calculate this and you have to find out the answer. Is it clear? Okay. Now after completing the question number 1, if you see the second question is given here and the diagram is this one. In this second question, what you have to find out? We have to find out the shaded portion. Area of this shaded portion we have to find out here. So that means area of shaded portion means ABDC we can say, or we can say ACDB. We have to find out this area. Is it clear? And for this what you have to do, what given here according to our question, the length of this radius for the smaller circle here, center is same. For the bigger circle or for the smaller circle, the center is same. If the center is same here, that means this, the name of the center is what? Concentric center. So concentric we can say. So now in this case what given here, you say OD, the length of OD is given 7 centimeter. So OD is the radius of the smaller circle, isn't it? Similarly here the length of OA is given. That means which this one is how much given? 14 centimeter. So that means this one is the radius of bigger circle. Now which portion we have to find out? We have to find out the area of this shaded portion. So how can we find out the area of this shaded portion here? Very simple. If you see the smaller circle, only the smaller circle, if you see here OBD, this one is a sector or not? Is not it? This one is a sector here. So easily we can find out the area of this sector. And next, if you forgot this smaller circle and if you see the bigger one, OAC, this one is another sector here. So this sector also we can find out. For sector, what we need? We need radius and angle here. So here the angle is given 40 degree and the radius 14 and 7 given. So easily we can find out the sector. So from the bigger sector OAC minus OBD, if you subtract, then which portion we have to eliminate? This one gone here. So which one remain? This shaded portion remain, and this shaded portion we have to find out here. Is it clear? So very simple. From the diagram, in one line we can write down the whatever we have to find out here. So first what you have to write directly, we write here area of shaded portion. So here when we have to start, directly we write, because diagram already drawn here, so that's why we have to write area of shaded portion. So area of shaded portion, area of shaded portion equals to what you have to write here? Area of sector OBD. So first of all we have to write down the bigger one, so that's why we have to write area of sector. So this one you have to write area of sector OAC, OAC minus, so second one you have to write area of sector, second one we have to write OBD. So this one you have to write OBD. Is it clear? So now here the sector formula we know, OAC. This one is, in this case the radius is how much? 14, and the angle is 40 degree. So that means what is the formula of sector? Theta by 360 into pi r square, is not it? So that's why theta means here 40. So that's why 40 by 360 into pi. Pi means 22 by 7 into r square. For the bigger one, the radius is 14. So that's why we have to write 14 into 14 minus. Is it clear? Now area of sector OBD for the smaller one. So in this case we have to write 40 by 360 into pi means 22 by 7 into radius is, in this case, how much? 7 into 7. So is it clear? So now if we calculate this one, then we get the answer here. Is it clear? So your task is what? You have to calculate this and let's see how much you get here. I think all of you understood this one. From the bigger sector, if we subtract the smaller one, then we get the shaded portion. Is it clear? Okay. Now in question number 3, if you see this question number 3, and in this question number 3, if you see the diagram here, and the diagram is this one, and now here what given? ABCD is a square. First of all, according to the question here given, ABCD is a square here, and with respect to this, here two semicircles are there. One is APD and another semicircle is which one? BPC. So these two are the semicircle here mentioned. And what you have to find out here? Here we have to find out the area of this shaded portion. That means here, if you see the diagram here, shaded portion is mentioned. So we have to find out the area of this shaded portion. Isn't it? Very simple question here. What you have to do? First of all, if you see. Now first of all, ABCD. This one is what? ABCD is a what? Square. So easily we can find out the area of this square. And the formula of the area of this square is what? Side into side. So with the help of this one, easily we can find out here, because the side is mentioned here 14 centimeter. So easily we can find out. And after that, how can we find out this shaded portion? So now in this case, if you see here, one semicircle is this one, another one is here BPC. So here, if this one is AD is the length of the side here, the half of this side is how much? The half of this side is here. Easily we can mention as a radius here, because if you see here AD and APD, this one is a what? Semicircle. So the length of this AD, so we can represent this AD as a diameter, isn't it? So if you see only this semicircle part here, AD we can represent as a diameter. If it is diameter, radius is how much? Half of diameter, so that means half of 14, that means 7. So here the radius is 7 centimeter. So if radius is 7 centimeter, so easily we can find out the area of this semicircle, isn't it? So if we get the area of this semicircle, this type of another semicircle is here, so we can find out the area of this semicircle also. So now after getting these two semicircle, if we subtract from the total area of the square, minus semicircle, then which portion remain? This shaded portion remain here, and this one is our required answer. Is it clear? Ki korim a square to area uliai pelai ইয়াৰ semicircle আৰু a semicircle to minus কৰি দিম, minus কৰিলে কোনটো portion থাকি যাব? a shaded portion to থাকি যাব. Is it clear? Very simple question. Let's see how can we do this one. So first of all, what you have to do, area of square we need, so we can directly write here area of shaded portion. So now here in this case what you have to write, area of shaded portion. So if we write area of shaded portion equals to, so area of shaded portion equals to what you have to write, first of all, area of square ABCD. So we have to write here area of square ABCD minus area of square ABCD we write, and then which part we have to subtract here, area of semicircle. So how many semicircles are here? 2 semicircles are there, so that's why we have to subtract 2 times, so that's why we have to write 2 into area of semicircle. Is it clear? Understood this one? 2 times of semicircle. So that means here one semicircle is this one, another one is this one. So easily we can subtract this 2. So now here area of square. So what you have to write? Side into side. So side is how much? 14. So that's why we have to write here 14 into 14 minus 2 times of area of semicircle. So now area of semicircle equal to, what is the formula here? Half of pi r square. So that's what you have to write, half of pi r square. R means what here? 14. The half of 14 is what? 7. So that's why we have to write here 7 into 7. Is it clear? So if you want, then you can write here diameter equal to 14 centimeter. So radius equal to 14 by 2, or that means 7 centimeter. If you want, then you can write inside like in this way, and then after that we put the value of pi here. Pi means how much? 22 by 7. So if we put this value and calculate this result, so easily we can find out the answer here. So your task is what? You have to calculate this result and find out the answer here. Is it clear? Very simple question. So in this way we can solve this question here and find out the shaded portion. I hope all of you understood. So today we have done 3 questions. So in this way, in our every class we complete 3 questions, and then in this way we have to complete this exercise. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.